Welcome back, everyone, to Skyheiser Productions coverage of the St. Louis Disc Golf Club Killer Bees Rock Road Rumble. We're here for the final 9 holes of the back 9 of Endicott. I'm Alan Hooper here with Taylor Thomas.
Hey, Alan, and we have our lead card. We have Andrew Presnell 5 under for the round, Brock Rohler 2 under, Adrian Chevalier 4 under, and Calvin Kinsella 1 under. And leading into this par 3, 268-foot, just hard tucked basket. Got to maneuver a lot of trees. We're playing to a different position than this one. It's more straight off the tee.
Yeah, this shot is really tight. Plays well for like a slight turnover putter or mid, or even like a flip up mid-range forehand, or you've got this low hyzer on the right side.
And that's the tree you have to miss for that.
Yeah. Also, it slopes down past the basket and to the left. Calvin also choosing the hyzer line. And it's like he might have caught the low-hanging branches. It's a really tight line over there. I'm surprised to see those guys go that way.
I think we have another one going that way, too.
Yeah, it looks like it. Whoa.
Whoa.
Big skip off the ground, way down left, and not probably just outside circle 2 over there. It's like Adrian's also going that way.
Oh, he just didn't get the skip.
Yeah, nose dug in, and we got 4 tricky upshots. Yeah, this upshot can be very touchy. Definitely a big slope, roll-away potential. Calvin throws a great one.
Yeah, that's perfect control.
Adrian, this is floaty, and good pull hit there. Rezi, this is like a 60-foot death putt.
Just a little short, but good control to keep it next to the basket.
Yeah. And Brock with the best drive, but still not really in position. And he just chips it up. So, lead card starting with a bunch of pars here. Just another tricky Endicott hole. They all kind of look like they're right there in front of you, and the lines are not easy.
Yeah, just a lot of little branches that kind of mess with you on a lot of these shots.
Now we're going into probably one of the tougher stretches of the course. These next 3 or 4 holes are really can make or break your round.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the back 9 is the harder 9 of this, too.
Shout out to Gateway, and here we are on hole 11. I think we're playing to the C-pin, which is straight down this tunnel. Got this early gap you have to hit, and then you want to flip up and glide. Oh, just
so close.
Yeah, very close to perfect. He probably would have gotten a little ground play if he got around that bush. Yeah, Indy's a great like mid-range putter course. And Calvin
Just scanning the basket there?
Yeah, that looked like almost an ace run. Hard to tell, but he went a little long, and he'll have a comeback putt for birdie.
Looks like Brock turned this just a little bit. Maybe he'll fight.
You can end up in a decent spot over there sometimes, and I guess we'll just have to see.
He did fight a decent ways there.
Yeah. Adrian, this looks pretty good. A little high, maybe. That last little bunch of honeysuckle definitely will kill a pretty good shot most of the time. Whoa.
Oh, close.
Gave it a scare. That's a tricky little putt, but he should be able to come back for par there. Adrian ended up in a pretty good spot, wide open, maybe 45.
Just a little low.
So let's see where Brock is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, if he was like 5 feet further, he'd have probably a wide open putt, but now he's got this gap and not much going on there. So Calvin with the best drive, probably just inside the circle.
Weird straddle with the tree in front of him.
Yeah. Bangs it.
Oh, great birdie.
Great birdie, Calvin. And 11 was playing slightly over par. Only 2 birdies on the day. Prezi still has some work to do for his par, but 20 feet should be not a big deal.
Good putt from Andrew. And we are on to hole 12. One of the only 2 par 4s on the course. 428 feet, kind of bending slightly right all the way. You kind of want to land right where the drone's flying right now. And then you have a putter hyzer shot into the basket green. That's very protected front left.
Yeah, a lot of locals call this the Blair Witch because this tunnel just seems to get tighter and tighter, but it's actually gotten a lot easier over the years. Definitely a hole you could go putter or forehand and then putter. Calvin, early release, and that's a tough spot. Prezi looks like a mid, maybe a putter. And you just got to get one and beat those trees that he just got around. And this is great.
Yep, and he kind of leaves himself with just the hyzer up shot too.
Yeah.
Which is way easier.
Yeah, this hole, if you went for it, you could probably reach it, but you'd have to throw an absolutely perfect shot. And I like the forehand play here, but
Just keeps it a little too straight. Just needed the hyzer just a little quicker than that.
yeah, but he's in the middle, so he'll have an upshot still for birdie. And this looks like a good angle, but I guess it flipped up or he pulled it, so he's on that left side. That's tricky. Calvin's got a long way to go here.
He didn't punch out of the left side.
Yeah, he got some distance, but he's still pinched on that left side. He's going to have some sort of weird forehand Annie or maybe like a roller, maybe a hyzer just to try to get a putt. And this is Adrian's look, but
Hits the branch right in front of him and still flies 200 feet.
that was a pretty good effort. Catches a late tree, kicks to the middle. Maybe he'll have a putt over there. Brock from the middle of the fairway leaves it short. You really got to beat those last trees and get around the corner. It's almost good to miss this one a little long. So Calvin does have the forehand Annie. And
That was a great shot.
yeah, very good. Very good to get that close from there. So Prezi's actually almost got a run at this one from maybe 100 feet. But he just pitches up and takes an easy tap-in birdie. That's the way you want to play this hole.
Yeah, I didn't realize he got that far down the fairway.
Yeah, that was a great drive. So Adrian, probably 70. Runs it a little bit. Trickles out, but that should be a pretty easy par putt.
Has some of the weird trees to contend with, but
Yeah.
should be fine.
Brock not happy, but he'll tap in his par after that.
Good putt from Adrian. And we have a whole bunch of tap-ins.
And here we see Andrew Presnell kind of running away with it again as he taps in another birdie. He's got a 7-stroke lead over Adrian and 8 over Brock, so looks to be in cruise control going into hole 13.
And hole 13, we have a Mando left, and then you're throwing into this tunnel. That was super blind shot, super touchy shot. Very weird to get it. Kind of want it. You're playing. Your main gap is this gap, but you're just trying to get lucky through those trees and then finish to the right.
Yeah, kind of pretty lucky shot to get all the way to the basket. Even if you throw a great line, there's still a chance you catch one of those trees in the middle and kick off to the side. You see a lot of hyzer flip-ups like this, or sometimes like a forehand flex with like a really overstable disc, and that was perfect.
You couldn't draw it up any better than that.
Absolute perfection. Just low hyzer flip-up with a mid-range and just pure the gap. It's very blind. That's a common mistake, just leaving it a little inside, catching some branches, but he's in the middle, so he'll have a tricky upshot to try to get up and down. And here's the flex, but that was low the whole time. You need to get a little bit of height on it.
Yeah, you kind of have to like push the right side with that forehand.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with the trees on the early side.
Adrian also going forehand flex. This looks a little better, but also inside. Might have caught one of the middle trees. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened there. So here's Calvin, and as you can see, there's still a lot of trees in the middle of the fairway to contend with. Honestly,
it's a good up to get through that.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Just to give yourself a putt is really good. So Adrian did go left side, and he just pitches out smartly. There's also like a big drop off on the left right by the basket. So if you leak this upshot to the left, you can go down that hill, and then it's see ya like that.
Yep.
So he's got probably 40 feet uphill from down there, plus some trees. I mean, that's a really tough putt.
Adrian from a similar spot than Brock. Puts it right under the basket.
Yeah, that was smart for him to just pitch out and then take his medicine, because you could easily get a 5 if you try to get aggressive.
Great putt from Brock.
Great par save from Brock after not the best upshot, and yeah, that's what you want to do, is make that putt. Calvin with a tricky one. Oh.
Just a little high. Hard to get all the way to the basket from that Annie.
Yeah. Would have had to stick the right side too, really, at that angle. Andrew, just a tap-in birdie and stroke on the field. The only birdie on the day. And the hole was playing .27 over par, so that's a great birdie to get.
Yep, we have Adrian tapping in the par and Calvin tapping in the bogey.
Yeah, they're both bogeys.
Oh.
Sorry. As we go to hole 14, par 3, 425. The most open tee shot on the whole course. You've got a lot of room to work with, maybe slightly uphill, but then it plays a little downhill at the end. It takes a lot of power to access this green. Make sure to follow Sky Hyzer on YouTube and check out their Patreon to support more coverage like this, as Prezi flips one up, and that's pretty good.
Hopefully it didn't go down the cliff.
Yeah, there is a cliff over there, same cliff from 13, just like further down. Yeah, this is
Looking good.
pretty good, but again, another shot where you really can't flip it over too much. You got to keep it on as much hyzer as you can, really, to get that late fade into the green. Calvin just coming up a little short.
See if Adrian can get there.
He's definitely got the power. And this is really wide. And yeah.
Yeah, clips the trees. That had the distance, I think.
Oh yeah, he was going all the way to the basket there, but just pulled it a little bit. So yeah, this upshot can be pretty tricky. Again, you've got a lot of bushes behind it and then a little slope on the left. And that was great.
That was a 4-jump putt.
Yeah. So Prezi kind of leaked into the bushes on the left, and it looks like he's got some work to do. So that's, what, the third forehand?
3 for the tournament, I think.
For the entire tournament. Brock giving it a bid.
Oh, good bid.
Yeah, good to catch the basket. That was cruising. Could have gone down the hill a little bit. And Calvin with the best tee shot, but still probably circle 2, mid-circle 2.
Yeah, probably about 45, 50 feet, maybe even longer.
Just pushes it a little right, and good to sit there. That could have gone a little further and been a lot harder of a comebacker. Let's see if he's got this.
Just a little left.
Yeah, leaves it left side. Brock taps in his par, and hole was playing .19 over par today. There was one birdie. Shout out to Dick England for his the only 2 on 14.
And on to hole 15. There's kind of 2 main gaps you can go. The basket's more on the right, in the right gap. It's a tough one. It's very low ceiling, very tight gap that you have to punch very far into the woods once you hit that gap. A lot of roots that kind of stop the slides to the basket. There is a kind of a spike forehand or an Annie backhand over the left side as well.
Yeah, this is a tough get. Again, the fairway kind of funnels down this gap and just gets smaller and smaller. You can kind of go low and play for the skip. I have seen some people try to go over the top a little bit, but usually get caught up.
This is looking really good.
Pretty good. Oh, good little tree reaction. Wow, that is excellent. I mean, that's what, 20 feet or less?
Yeah, that's inside circle.
Yeah. Fortunate little tree kick, but he put a good move on it. And Adrian trying to match. This looks turned over.
I think that's stayed on the right side.
Yeah, got caught up on the right, it looks like. And Calvin looking to get a birdie back after missing that par putt. And, oh, man, that looked really good, but just caught that last big tree.
I mean, right where Calvin and Prez are, that's kind of a typical spot for this hole.
Yeah, that's where the fairway like starts to funnel down and really just tighten up. And good pitch up there. Par's pretty good on this hole, really.
Great upshot from Adrian. Good touch.
Yep. Calvin's got to look. Let's see if we can get one to stick. Just a little short, little floaty.
Brock from a little long right of the basket gets the 2, one of only 3 of them on the day.
Yeah, great 2 to get. And that'll put him just ahead of Adrian again.
As everybody else is tapping in their pars, we'll head to hole 16.
Hole 16 is par 3 uphill. You've got 2 trees that kind of make this gap that are offset. Really plays well to a forehand, but you do see some backhand turnovers. There's also like a tight gap on the right that people have started to take that's opened up a little bit. Really a forehander hole for sure. There's a lot of late trees you have to miss as well. Let's see what Brock's got here.
Yeah, your aiming point on this forehand is...
Yeah, that tree really eats up a lot of good shots. And this is just an awful roll away. Wow.
Huh.
I've hardly ever see a disc roll that far on this hole. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of, once you hit this early gap, there's a lot of late trees that can really ruin a good shot.
This is something I haven't seen before.
Yeah, roller. I mean, that's pretty interesting, but it worked out. He's gonna have a long look at a birdie, I guess, from circle 2 probably. And Adrian going that inside gap, but high and catches early. And Calvin trying to go the Anheuser, which that's pretty typical. It's kind of a low ceiling tee shot, so it's hard to get the height you need on the Annie to get it to pan out and get all the way to the basket.
That's the good thing from being down there. You just have a easy hyzer.
Yeah, just a good thing he didn't roll all the way to the creek. And Andrew from about 60, 70 feet. Ooh.
Puts a good bit on it.
Yeah, scares it a little bit. And Calvin from maybe a little bit closer, probably edges circle 2.
Gives it a floaty bit, just a little left.
Yeah, he's been so close from circle 2 today. Oh man.
Just the nub out.
Yeah, that's the tight nub out. Those nubs are unforgiving on these baskets. But he knows he missed it. But that'll cost him because Brock's gonna save his par, and looks like Adrian, I think that was for par, so he's gonna lose another stroke and be 2 back of Brock now.
Good par save from the unfortunate roll from Brock.
16 was playing 0.19 strokes under par today. 6 birdies on the day.
Shout out to Ryan Costner and Ripper Studios, and for doing the artwork for the Killer Bees as well, actually, on the bottom left. And on to hole 17, 324 par 3. Kind of have to throw over a bush and then under the canopy. Very technical shot. Hard to just get it through this tight gap. And if you get to the gap, you're going to have a putt.
Yeah, another very specific Endicott line. Plays well for like a mid-range, like stable, kind of flat to turn shot. You also see some forehands sometimes. Brock looks like he's going a slight turnover, but a little early.
Prez with the green drone. This is looking really good. Yeah, and he gets it into the gap. That's it. It's a great shot.
Yeah, that's really good. It's hard to get it close on this one. This looks a little turned over, but he made it over the creek and should have a little putter upshot into the green there.
Yep, and let's see if Adrian capitalizes and get a birdie to pull it between one with him and Brock.
This looks pretty good. Needs to get under that.
Good little kick. Give himself 35, 40 feet.
He's got a putt. So Calvin's got this little putter turnover and catches early, so he's got a long putt to save his par. Brock throwing the forehand. He running that, and oh boy, that could be tricky back there.
Yeah. Let's see if he can get some footwork to give himself a putt.
Oh man, Calvin's just been so close today. Not his day on the putting green, but we've all seen him make those before.
Pretty big putt for Adrian here. Pull it within one.
Yeah, this could definitely put some more pressure on Brock too on that comebacker.
Great putt.
Yeah. So Adrian pulls it back within one for Brock. Presnell is just cruise control here. He's got the hot round so far, and this is just to just twist the knife. I mean, 7 down, 13 down for the tournament. He's just running away with it again. And really doesn't matter. I know he's not happy with his putting today. Not the best putting day, but he's still throwing the disc very well and well enough to easily take this tournament down.
Fortunately, Brock has a gap, it looks like. See if he can save the par.
Yeah, big putt.
He can. Keeps the one-stroke lead over Adrian going into the final hole.
Yeah, 18's a tough birdie too, so that was huge. 17 was .12 under par, 6 birdies on the day.
And going into the final hole, hole 18, 390 feet downhill, a lot of trees to contend with, and then you have a walking path that's playing as a river, and you have to cross that and get up the hill to the right.
Yeah, very tough tee shot to get all the way to the green. A lot of people will play this roller shot, but there's a lot of sticks and a lot of trees to contend with, so you really got to get the angle right too. You got to get some cut first, and this looks pretty good. Needs to turn. Oh yeah, and just a little wide. Didn't really get all the roll out of it, so he's got a long look, and you've also got this flip up forehand, and I know Brock's got the power to do it. Let's see. Oh wow,
He's long to the basket.
yeah, that was excellent.
It was a great shot.
And then here's another play, nice kind of slight turnover backhand. Try to get some pan out. Oh, okay, never mind. This is the roller.
Could I hit so many trees. You should be in it.
Prezi joking about hitting all the trees. Still winning the tournament, Andrew. And Calvin, here's that turnover I was talking about.
Good shot.
Oh,
Get over it.
Get over it.
Ugh.
Nice.
Just barely over the river.
Yeah, barely made it over that. That's really, you have to get really unlucky to land on that path. I mean, anyway. So here's Andrew. Okay, so four hands.
2 each round.
Yeah, that's
He's
all it
getting
takes.
consistent.
And does it well. He'll have about 20 feet to tap in his par.
This putts to put some pressure on Brock.
Oh,
great,
man,
gave
what
a
a
good
great bid. Honestly, great round from Adrian. I know he kind of let some strokes fall away on that back nine, but still had a great tournament.
Calvin giving it a run as well.
And Brock for a really good birdie to finish his tournament. And just short again, but
Still a good tournament from Brock.
yeah.
And Prez taps in his Killer Bees win. Won both of them this weekend. One on Saturday, one on Sunday.
Yeah, just really such a solid player. I mean, the only touring pro really in the field, and definitely expected to win. He didn't even have his best putting weekend at all. And
No, he missed a lot short.
Yeah, just ran away with it. I mean, it just goes to show you the caliber of player he is. Good tournament from Brock too, locking down second place, and Adrian ended up in a tie for third. So, and good showing from Calvin. I know it
Andrew
wasn't the round
Presnell
he
here
wanted.
with Team Discraft. And just recapping the weekend, I was able to take down both the B tiers here in St. Louis. And played pretty average. Got hot a little bit and minimized some mistakes. So I was able to get 2 comfortable wins and going to try to carry that momentum back on the Pro Tour starting here in about 2 weeks for me.
All right, thanks everyone for watching with us. It was great to have you. Make sure to like and subscribe to Sky Heiser. Hope to see you guys back for the coverage of the St. Louis Open this year, 2022. It's going to be a good one.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Alan.